They call sedans a dying breed. But step into the world of true luxury, and you'll find giants still roaming the streets. Longer than SUVs, dripping in leather and hand-finished wood, powered by V12s, hybrids, and even electric force. These aren't ordinary cars. They're rolling palaces, from discreet titans to royal carriages. Stay with us, because the final car will surprise even the biggest car fanatic. Number 10. Genesis G90 LWB. Let's begin where few expected luxury to come from, South Korea. The 2025 Genesis G90 long wheelbase doesn't shout, it whispers class. It measures over 5.4 meters, longer than many SUVs, yet glides through traffic like silk. Its design? Understated. Split headlights, massive crest grille, chrome strips running down the sides. Not flashy, but those who know nod with respect. Under the hood lies a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, boosted by an electric supercharger. You don't feel turbo lag, just smooth, endless torque. Around 415 horsepower, but that's not the story. The story is refinement. Road noise canceled, suspension that seems to float over potholes, and steering that feels like velvet. Step into the rear cabin and it feels like a quiet lounge. Ventilated reclining rear seats that massage your back and thighs. Mood lighting that glows softly, inspired by Korean lanterns. Rear touchscreens to adjust music, temperature, or even the cabin fragrance. Fun fact: the G90 LWB even has a chauffeur mode. It dulls throttle response so sudden moves don't spill your drink. It's thoughtful luxury, not showy luxury. It might not carry an old European badge, but at over 5.4 meters, it quietly claims its place among the world's longest sedans. And next, a car that blends Italian flair and electrons. Number 9. Maserati Quattroporte Fulgore. Italian sedans have always had soul, and the 2025 Maserati Quattroporte Fulgore keeps that alive, even as it goes electric. Over 5.3 meters of sculpted sheet metal, swooping lines, and the unmistakable Maserati trident on the grille. Yet underneath, a high-capacity battery and dual motors delivering over 700 horsepower. You'd expect silence, but the Fulgore has its own sound, an artificial roar tuned by Maserati's engineers in Modena. Subtle when cruising, wild when flooring it. Inside, leather so soft it feels like butter sourced from Italian tanneries. Real open-pore wood across the dashboard, or carbon fiber if you prefer modern aggression. In the back, passengers sink into bucket seats that hug gently with dedicated climate zones and touch controls. But the real magic? Driving it. It accelerates with the instant torque only EVs can offer. But Maserati tuned the chassis to feel alive, eager, playful in corners. Quirk. Even the regen braking paddles click like real gear shifters, keeping the driver engaged. It's not the biggest car here, but it's wide, low, and brimming with drama. From here, we go to something German, big, bold, and bulletproof. Number 8. BMW 7 Series Protection. The regular BMW 7 Series is already huge, over 5.4 meters long, imposing on any street. But the protection model? That's where luxury meets security. It starts with a twin-turbo V8 pumping over 530 horsepower, strong enough to move the extra armor. Because yes, the protection version is fully bullet and blast resistant. Armored steel in the doors, reinforced roof and floor, and multi-layer bulletproof glass thicker than a paperback novel. Weight jumps by nearly a ton, but you still get BMW handling, smooth and poised. Step inside and you'd never guess it's a rolling fortress. Leather wrapped everything, digital dashboard curved like a theater screen, ambient lighting, fragrance system, even massaging seats. Rear passengers ride in comfort, with screens to stream content or hold video calls. Fun detail: BMW engineers fire actual assault rifles at the car and simulate explosions to test it, but the final product feels utterly calm. On the outside, it looks like a normal 7 Series. On the inside, it's a safe room on wheels. Next, a sedan from Japan, legendary for its craftsmanship. Number 7. Lexus LS600HL. When the Lexus LS launched decades ago, it shocked the world. Quiet, refined, built like a Swiss watch. Now, the 2025 LS600HL carries that torch, stretched to over 5.4 meters, long enough for truly sprawling rear seats. Power comes from a refined hybrid V6 system, making over 430 horsepower. But it's never about raw numbers. It's about serenity. Open the door and you step into a Japanese sanctuary. Door panels folded like origami. Kiriko glass inserts cut by hand, reflecting light softly. Leather so perfectly stitched, it feels sculptural. The rear seats? They recline almost flat. Add a heated ottoman, full-body massage, individual climate zones, and you feel weightless. Unique touch. Engineers recorded the sound of rainfall and tuned the cabin noise cancellation to match. The result? Not silence, but calming natural quiet. The LSL isn't as flashy as a Rolls or a Maybach, but for those who love understated craftsmanship, it's unbeatable. And next, old-school British power meets modern design. Number 6. Bentley Flying Spur Mulliner. Bentley's Flying Spur was always a grand tourer, fast, comfortable, unmistakably British. In 2025, the Mulliner edition makes it even grander. Over 5.3 meters long, its presence is undeniable. Long hood, wide haunches, signature matrix grille. Under the hood, a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 hybrid making almost 550 horsepower. Or, for a limited time, the legendary W12, a 12-cylinder engine in its farewell tour. Inside, craftsmanship is everything. Over 300,000 stitches in the quilted seats, diamond knurled metal switches, cool to the touch, real wood veneers hand-polished over hours. The back seats feel like first-class airline pods, massage, ventilation, fold-out picnic tables, and screens for streaming. Unusual detail. Bentley offers stone veneers, ultra-thin slices of real slate or quartzite set into the dashboard. Driving it is an event. Huge torque, effortless acceleration, suspension that reads the road 500 times per second. The Flying Spur isn't just about speed or numbers, it's about making an entrance and then leaving your mark. Number 5. Mercedes Maybach S680 Pullman. Forget everything you know about long sedans. Because the 2025 Mercedes Maybach S680 Pullman doesn't just stretch expectations, it redefines them. At over 6.5 meters long, it's longer than some city buses. Built not for drivers, but for the rare few who rule from the back seat. Under the sculpted hood, a 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12 whispering out over 620 horsepower. It's not about speed, though it can surge like a storm. It's about unstoppable, seamless motion, gliding as if the world moves around you. Open the rear doors, longer than most people are tall, and step into an apartment on wheels. 2 massive reclining lounge chairs, facing forward. Opposite them, 2 occasional seats that fold out for guests or security. An electrochromic partition that turns opaque at the press of a button, ensuring total privacy from the driver. Wood veneers so glossy they reflect like glass. Hand-stitched Napa leather cooled cup holders, even a refrigerator for champagne. Overhead ambient lighting you can tune to match your mood, dawn, dusk, or midnight calm. Fun detail. Maybach engineers test the cabin acoustics by playing live violin performances inside, tuning insulation and materials until every note sounds pure. From motorcades in Dubai to state visits in Berlin, the Pullman is a modern throne room. It doesn't transport you, it announces you, as quietly or as boldly as you wish. Number 4. Audi A8 Horch L. Audi's flagship A8 has always been refined, but the A8 Horch L, that's something else, built especially for markets like China, where rear legroom isn't just a perk, it's a status symbol. At 5.4 meters, the Horch L is stretched gracefully, with extra chrome detailing and a unique grille that nods to Audi's founder, August Horch. Power? A V6 plug-in hybrid delivering smooth, quiet torque, letting the car cruise silently through crowded city streets. Step inside, and the rear becomes your sanctuary. Fully reclining seats with footrests, massage programs that stretch from your neck to your calves, pillows embroidered with the Horch logo, a discreet historic mark of prestige. Real wood and aluminum inlays shimmer softly under ambient lights. Screens in the rear doors control climate, music, and even the position of the seats. And thanks to double laminated glass and active noise cancellation, the world outside all but disappears. Quirk. Chinese customers love status symbols, but subtle ones. So instead of giant badges, Audi gives the Horch tiny C-pillar emblems and embossed pillows, a quiet nod to those who know. It's the gentleman's limousine, elegant, discreet, and vast. Number 3. Cadillac Celeste, the American electric flagship. From Germany and China, we jump across the Atlantic to something futuristic and very American. The 2025 Cadillac Celeste isn't just long, over 5.5 meters. It's hand-built, bespoke, and all-electric. Each Celeste takes hundreds of hours to build, painted in literally any color the buyer wants, even color matched to your favorite watch, jacket, or lipstick. Dual electric motors send around 600 horsepower to all four wheels, rocketing this giant from 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. Yet it remains calm, silent, except for a custom digital soundtrack if you want it. Inside? A single pillar-to-pillar OLED screen sweeps across the dashboard, joined by rear entertainment displays. The panoramic glass roof is divided into zones, each of which can change its tint individually, so every passenger sets their own level of sunlight. Leathers are sourced from small artisanal tanneries, dyed and cut by hand. Aluminum accents, real wood, and lighting that flows like water. Fun fact, Cadillac builds only a few hundred Celestes per year, every single one different. It's not just Cadillac's longest sedan ever, it's America's answer to Maybach and Rolls, silent, electric, and built for those who want what no one else has. Number 2, Rolls-Royce Phantom Extended, the silent titan. When you say the best car in the world, most still picture this, the Rolls-Royce Phantom. And in extended wheelbase form, it stretches to nearly 6 meters, an ocean liner among cars. Its iconic grille and spirit of ecstasy need no badge. Everyone knows what it is. Yet despite its bulk, the Phantom never feels heavy. A 6.75-liter V12 delivers effortless thrust, barely above a whisper. Step into the rear cabin, and the world changes. The famous Starlight headliner, thousands of fiber optic stars twinkling overhead, rear seats that recline deeply, heat, cool, and massage. The gallery dashboard, where owners can commission real artworks, a miniature sculpture, a silk panel, even gold leaf behind glass. Close the coach doors with the press of a button. Outside noise? Gone. The ride? Magic carpet ride suspension scans the road ahead and adjusts in real time. Fun detail, Rolls-Royce engineers literally added extra material to the tires, so even the sound of rubber on asphalt becomes softer. You don't buy a Phantom to drive, you buy it to arrive, floating silently, serenely above the noise of the world. Number 1. Mercedes Maybach S680 Pullman Guard, the world's longest, safest palace. At number 5, we saw the Pullman, but the Pullman Guard takes it even further, the same 6.5-meter limousine, but armored to the highest civilian standard, VR10 ballistic protection. What does that mean? Windows over 10 centimeters thick, steel and composite armor under the skin, protection against assault rifles, explosives, and even drone attacks. Yet inside, it's still pure Maybach luxury. Reclining lounge chairs with heated massage and calf support, hand-stitched leather, polished wood, gold-plated details if you wish, ambient lighting and a partition that can go opaque instantly. Weight jumps over 4 tons, yet the mighty V12 keeps it moving gracefully thanks to adaptive suspension. Secret detail: there's even an emergency fresh air system ready to flood the cabin with filtered air in case of gas attacks. No other sedan combines this level of length, luxury, and protection. A rolling fortress, yes, but also a sanctuary. The car for presidents, royalty, and billionaires who must keep moving, no matter what. So there you have it. 10 of the world's longest, most luxurious sedans for 2025. From electric American dreams to silent British palaces. From German armored fortresses to hand-built Asian masterpieces. Some shout power, some whisper it. But all have one thing in common: sheer, undeniable presence. In a world obsessed with SUVs, these cars remind us there's still nothing like gliding down a boulevard in a giant sedan, where luxury isn't an option but the very purpose. Which would you choose to ride in? Or better yet, to be chauffeured in? Tell us in the comments, and if you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Until next time, drive safe, dream big, and stay classy.